Take a look at this graph. This shows the income disparity between the rich and the poor. And it keeps increasing every single year. The gap between the rich and the poor will become so big that it might just become irreversible.
Now the gap may reopen and be much worse than ever before.
If there's not a need for your labor, what's the meaning?
How artificial intelligence will affect economic inequality.
One of the main reasons why we as a species were able to climb to the top was because of our ability to think. That was our unfair advantage. But what happens when we no longer hold this advantage? Some of these latest AI models are already scoring better than most humans. They can already create, they can even make decisions for us. And they're getting better very fast. But here's the truth. The people who are building these AI models will make a lot of money. This isn't even about AI taking away your jobs anymore. This is about AI replacing everything. But what does this really mean for all of us? If intelligence is no longer our unfair advantage, what happens to us as a society? What happens to the future of jobs? And what happens to this big income disparity? Is there even a chance for us to do anything about all this? When we look at the last 100 years, machines have always replaced humans. But it has always created more jobs. When the computer first came out, everybody thought the same thing. The computer is going to replace all of us. But these computers ended up creating a lot more jobs than they took away. Most people assume it's probably the same with AI. But there is one big difference. Machines always only replaced physical tasks. It helped us scale production by automating labor, but we were always in control. Humans always dictated the steps, the process. We just moved up the ladder and became managers. That was the opportunity that these machines created for us in the world. But now these machines no longer need human instruction. These machines can make their own decisions. Better decisions, faster and cheaper than us humans. Look, jobs have always disappeared. But this time, technology is not just taking away our jobs. It's taking away our biggest leverage in the world. Jobs that involve physical labor like plumbers or mechanics seem to be the safest. Because it turns out that there's a lot of finer details like tolerance and perception and proprioception that comes into play, especially when it comes to physical work. Robots still struggle with this. It seems like we can't automate fixing our pipes or fixing our broken wall, at least not yet. But digital work, that's exactly where this artificial intelligence is winning. It can understand language, it can generate ideas. In fact, all the animations that you're seeing in this entire video are generated by AI, which is why you see so many people agreeing to this online. I wanted AI to do my laundry so I could focus on art and writing, not the other way around. Let's take a step back and look at all this from our country's point of view. We are not a manufacturing-first country like China. We do not export automobiles or smartphones. We don't even export software. But our biggest exports in the last 2 decades have been software services and IT consulting. This is precisely the problem. Our biggest exports like writing code, fixing bugs, handling tech support is exactly where this artificial intelligence is better than us. AI can already build full production-ready apps from just a single text prompt. It's already better than us at fixing bugs. It's also automating customer support. So this AI adoption is going to affect us Indians the most. We're already seeing this shift happening. TCS recently fired 12,000 employees. It's not just TCS. Infosys, Wipro, Accenture, everybody has started to lay off employees. AI is already better than you. It's faster and a lot cheaper. If you zoom out and take a look at human history, you'll begin to notice a pattern. Every time a big technological shift happens, some of the old monopolies just died and new monopolies are born. If we take a simple example of media, at first it was just the newspapers. Then came television and broadcasting, and with the rise of the internet, we saw the rise of social media content and streaming. Today, some of the biggest YouTube creators like Mr. Beast or Carrie Minati are bigger than most traditional TV channels. But here's the thing, AI could be the last technological shift. Once this shift happens, it may just create permanent monopolies which may never fall. Very few companies are really competing in building the best AI models. OpenAI, Google, Anthropic, xAI, Meta, and just a few others. When these companies achieve AGI, what happens then? AI is already disrupting the middle layers. In a world where AI is moving so fast, standing still is the riskiest move you can make. Okay, so now what? If this really is the last leverage, then the only question that truly matters is what should you do to stay relevant? To be honest, we are still very, very early in this tech shift. It's like the very early days of the internet, when even Google and Yahoo didn't exist. There are just two things that you really need to focus on for now. Number one, building a distribution. With AI getting better every single day, products will become easier and easier to build. So the one thing that will give you an unfair advantage is the distribution you can create. Now, building distribution doesn't mean creating viral TikTok content. You build an online distribution by building trust. In a world where anyone can create, you will need to build your own brand and build your own trust. And number two, acquiring taste. When everybody can build the same thing as you, your only differentiator will be your taste. And that is not easy to automate. People who can direct an AI to precisely create what they mean will stand out. You don't need to be a coder or a designer. But then, how do you acquire this taste? By experimenting. You need to really begin to understand what works and what doesn't, what looks good and what doesn't. And you really need to be decisive about what you like and what you don't like. If you like this video, then smash that like button and don't forget to subscribe to TBH for more such content. Until next time, bye-bye.